What's going on, guys? Prophet OS here, and today, as the time winds down towards the new release of Rainbow Six Siege's new season, Operation Bellum, I will be helping you guys with 5 crucial tips that will improve your gameplay drastically for the upcoming season. I'll be going over 5 tips today, and most of those tips will cover the 2 new operators and focus on the new map Villa. For our first tip today, know the abilities of Maestro and Alibi. These 2 new operators are going to change the game quite a bit, and it would be ideal to know their loadouts and gadgets so you know how to use them effectively or play against them. The first operator we're going to talk about is Maestro, and he carries 2 Evil Eye bulletproof cameras, each equipped with a laser beam that he can choose to use at will. Maestro is the only operator allowed to use that particular laser, and it leaves the camera exposed to pretty much anything, bullets and melee damage alike, when the lens is open. Maestro's Evil Eye can be destroyed by a sledgehammer with the lens closed, and along with explosives too. If you destroy the surface that the Evil Eye is mounted on, it can be destroyed as well. Alibi is our next operator on the list, and she has 3 holograms that she can use pretty much anywhere she wants, including outside of the map. However, if she chooses to use her hologram outside of the map boundaries, it will only be active for 10 seconds. Now, if an attacker shoots an Alibi hologram, they will be marked similar to the way Jackal gets marked, with pings, but in a much more rapid succession. If you know that an Alibi hologram is in use, if you shoot it at the base, it will be destroyed pretty much easily. You know, it's not bulletproof completely like Maestro's gadgets, so you can pretty much melee it or shoot it or anything. But if you're gonna melee Alibi's hologram, just be careful, as if you walk over the hologram, you will be marked. Our second tip for today will be know how to counter Maestro and Alibi. Now, as with all operators in the game, Maestro and Alibi also come with their counters. Sledgehammer, explosives, or destroying the wall that the Evil Eye is mounted on will destroy Maestro's Evil Eye. Twitch's taser from her drone will only disable Maestro's Evil Eye temporarily. Same goes with Thatcher's EMPs. Alibi's holograms are much more fragile compared to Maestro's Evil Eyes, and they can be destroyed easily by anything. But similar to Thatcher's EMP's effect on Maestro's Evil Eye, they will only temporarily disable Alibi's holograms as well. Twitch's drone, on the other hand, only takes 1 shot at the base of the hologram to destroy it. Our third tip for today is to know the right time to utilize Maestro and Alibi. Now, Maestro and Alibi aren't super situational, but they can be. Playing them on maps that people usually spawn peek out of can be really useful, especially when you're playing as Alibi, as she comes with 3 holograms, so you can pretty much set them up at different peak spots and kind of play whack-a-mole with it. Just know that if you're not experienced with pulling off moves like this, you will most likely end up getting killed, especially if you make sudden movements. Maps with tight angles will benefit these 2 operators, especially Maestro, as his laser can stop pushes. Alibi's holograms can prove to be a pretty good distraction for an enemy that just comes blindly rushing around a corner. Maps with large open areas can also be useful for both of the new operators. Alibi's holograms can be very useful distractions and can prove to be a source of valuable intel. Same goes for Maestro's Evil Eye. Maestro's Evil Eye can rotate about 180 degrees from what it seems, and that can provide a lot of information on where attackers are pushing and what their next move could possibly be. Using these gadgets in dark areas of the map can be effective as well, benefiting the defending team in ways such as Alibi's holograms forcing enemies to second guess themselves and pestering them with a subtly placed Evil Eye in a dark corner. That pretty much covers up all of our tips that have to do with the new operators of Operation Bellum. Now let's move on to tip number 4. Slowly learn the new map. The new map is Villa, and it will only be available in daytime mode, so there will be no night mode for this new map. And one thing to know for sure is, if you're new to the map and are completely unaware of the layout, do not travel alone. Moving about a map that you aren't completely familiar with is probably the worst thing you can do. So what I advise you guys to do is to travel with your team. Stick with your team. Not only will this allow you to win rounds much easier, but it will prevent you from getting killed in situations that you normally would get killed if you were by yourself. In addition to that, play the objective. Always play the objective. Don't play for kills. Rainbow Six Siege is about getting the win, not about fragging. Top fragging may be fun. Getting a bunch of kills might seem fun, but in the end, getting kills won't necessarily get you the win every time. It can be useful, and the top fragger is beneficial to any team, but remember, priority should be playing objective. Memorizing the objective locations can prove useful in the future, as you can plan out your attacks beforehand, giving yourself an advantage over the enemy. You will always have the first jump, which is always useful in any situation here. If you're having trouble learning the new map, memorize the routes you take and try to set up a routine that works for you as you go round by round. Doing this will allow you to learn the map in small parts, so you're not forcing so much on you at the beginning. This will prevent you from becoming overwhelmed with how big the map may seem to be at first, but trust me, once you learn the map, it'll feel as if the map shrunk itself. Another thing to know is when you get killed, don't get frustrated. Just think about what mistake you made and how you can fix it, because if you just rage at the game, you're more inclined to make the same mistake again. Doing this might allow you to find a new spot or angle that you had no idea about that you can use in the future against your enemies. And our final tip today will also have something to do with learning the new map, and this last tip is tip number 5. Watch out for spawn peaks. Now, this may seem to be a bit discouraging at first, but as a player of Rainbow Six Siege, stuff like this is inevitable, so might as well make the best of it, right? The best way to do this is to memorize the layout of the area in front of each spawn on Villa. There are 3 spawns on the new map. One is to the south, to the east, and the last one is to the north. Each spawn is protected by cover, but the moment you start moving, you will be exposed to balconies on the south and east side, and to windows that can be used as runouts to the north. If you find yourself going into the team abusing spawn peaks, best thing to do if you don't know where they're shooting you from is to lay back in the spawn for a bit and pre-aim towards those spots. You can probably get a free kill from doing this if the enemies are reckless. If you do get killed from a spawn peak, memorize that spawn peak. Keep it in mind so you don't get killed by it again. And if you're feeling cheeky on defense, maybe you could even use it against the enemies. Just know that playing the spawn peak game on either sides of the equation is very dangerous. It's probably one of the most dangerous things in the game to do. And know that by playing this way, you should not get easily frustrated. Playing angrily won't help you perform any better. The best way to improve is to learn from your mistakes so that you don't make the same mistakes again. Well guys, those were my 5 tips for the new season of Rainbow Six Siege. I hope you guys enjoyed the video and plan to use these tips to your advantage. I'm willing to answer any questions you guys have in the comment section below. Don't forget to drop a like, as it really helps a lot. And I hope you guys are excited as I am for this new season of Rainbow Six Siege. Thank you guys for watching. It's been your boy Prophet OS, and I'll see you guys in the next video.